Now I would like to invite Laurel Crossley to the stage. And you might know her as Optimom on Twitter, living a life of sobriety. Welcome.
Oh, I don't have the sweater. Oh, where are you? I can't see anything. Oh, you know what? I found a sweater. It was small, but it was better than the sweater that I gave you on Friday, made out of napkins. It's a very interesting story. So, hello everybody, I'm Optimum, not to be confused with Octomom, because when I got on Twitter the first time, there was a dude on there going, "Hey dude, why are you following Octomom?" So I had to dispel that myth. I'm here, first of all, I look like shit, can I say that? The kids are gone, because I've been bawling my eyes out for the whole morning. Anytime I hear anything to do with children and family and struggle, I'm like a mess, like now. So my whole gist of my topic, and here are my notes. Are you ready? There you go. That's what I have to talk from. I'm serious. Yeah, there's 5 points there. I'm ready to rock and roll. So I would like you to do me a favor right now. Can I get you to all close your eyes? I want you to live a moment in my life. So I'd like you to close your eyes. I can't see whether your eyes are shut or not. So I'm going to pretend they are. And pretend you're me and you're sitting at your with your boyfriend Mac, aka my laptop. Mac. This is my other boyfriend Mike. I'll talk about him in a minute. And I want you to picture you're sitting there and you're playing on Twitter and you're doing your thing. And into your head comes this: you have to stop drinking alcohol for a year. Okay, open your eyes. And I was sitting in my desk, and I don't know if you know much about me, but I'm a little bit odd. And I get messages, I do, I freely admit that. But when that came into my head, I didn't quite know what that meant. And I thought about not drinking, so I put it on Twitter, OMFG, Hill Air E Ouse, or us. My DMs were filled with, "Oh my God, do you need a support group? What's the problem? I didn't know that. Oh, Laurel, I feel so bad." Then there were other people going, "Hello, your two favorite things are shoes and wine. What are you thinking?" Oh yes, high five. I don't know who that is, but yay. Oh, D. So funny enough, D says, "Today I'm not talking about alcohol," and I am. Woohoo! So I'm filling your shoes, so to speak. And I didn't know what this meant, but around the same time, I had a few thousand epiphanies. It's not great that you have one, but when you have a few thousand, it's a little incredible. And the first epiphany was that I really wasn't happy being Optimum any longer. I wasn't happy in the work that I was doing. I was somewhat unfulfilled. Anybody in here ever felt unfulfilled in their career path? Yes. And when I felt unfulfilled, I sort of farted around on Twitter. How many, when you feel unfulfilled, get on Twitter? Yes, high five, raise your hand, hallelujah. And I found I was spending more time goofing off on Twitter, like developing my 25,000 tips to improve your sex life. Did that. I invented an alter ego called Naughty Nana, who was 107, rode a Harley Davidson, and the men loved Naughty Nana. I don't know, you can go back through like 4,000 years ago and check out Naughty Nana. She lived with me, one of her boyfriends named Sven, the Swedish meatball, spontaneously human combusted. It's a long story. Hi, I'm weird. But on Mother's Day, my daughter begged me, "Mom, I have to go to the bookstore, Mom." And I went, "Oh crap, I have to drag my sorry tail to the bookstore on Mother's Day, and I have to go with her and pick out a book. Oh, crap. And I went, well, it's Mother's Day, I'm going to get a book. So my boyfriend, and I have several, Deepak Chopra. Are you familiar with that shiny, lovely man? Oh, okay. So Deepak and I, we have a long-standing commitment of information sharing. And I picked up this book, and I must tell you, I picked up this book because of the color of the cover. That's all. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I start reading this book, and I want to read just something that I found quite fascinating, which ties in with the message that I got to stop drinking. And this just, I was standing there, and have you ever had a moment where you feel like bzzz, like you have this, this energetic connection to like, what the was that? Well, here's what I read. Now tell me if you wouldn't have pooed your pants too on this. Mature spirituality requires sobriety of awareness. Hello, Deepak. If you are sober, you are responsive to feedback, but at the same time immune to criticism and flattery. You learn to let go. Oh, he didn't put that in, I did that. That was myself. That was for you. That was just for you, because, you know, I like to do voices too. And you do not worry about the result. And when I read that paragraph, I knew I'd been false in my whole life. I knew from the time I was 2 what I was supposed to do on this earth. I knew by the time I was 5, when I had a blackboard in my bedroom and I was teaching every day my stuffies and my dollies exactly what I learned. And there are others out there, because I've talked to them, and they said, I did have one of those too. I knew when I would go into social situations that children would come flocking over and ask me questions, and I would be having dialogue with children. But in my head, something happened. I was denied access to Teachers College at least 7 times in my life. And at that moment, I realized I was not good enough to work with children. And so I thought, what the hell do I do with that? This is all I've ever known what I've wanted to do. Children come to me. I'm supposed to teach. Why? So I decided to become an adult instructor. And I taught at college. And I liked it. One of my students is in the back row there. I liked it. I was passionate about it. But you know that that I was talking about? It was flat. In 2005, a mother came to me and said, Laurel, she was one of my students, she said, Laurel, would you be interested in coming to speak to a group of my mothers who are struggling with motherhood, their husbands are never home, and we're afraid children might die. Now, she was kidding. So I said, yes, for the sake of the children, I will come, and I will do this talk. And she said, come up with something clever, ta-da, optimum, which is at O-P-T-I-M-O-M. It's O-M on Twitter. If you do the U-M, it's some lady from the UK that doesn't tweet much. Mine has millions, so you'll know the difference. And so I stopped drinking. I read Deepak because he's my boyfriend, and I respect everything he says. And I'm sitting at my desk again, and another bzzz, and the situation was, why the hell aren't you working with children? And I thought, why the hell not? So you know when you're sitting at your laptop and you're about to send an email or you're about to send a tweet and you're about to destroy people, what you think you're going to do, you're going to destroy people's lives by telling them you're no longer focusing, oh, I'm supposed to stop now because there's a hat on your head? Oh, okay, phew. Okay, I just noticed the hat in my peripheral vision. That's my cue to stop. And so something happened, magical. I put it on Twitter and everybody went, well, it's about frickin' time. What took you so long? We knew that. And I went, well, how come nobody told me, for God's sakes? Well, I didn't say that. I said it nicely, more nicely than that. And so since I've opened myself up, since I've been living this sober moment, and I'm looking at Lee, because Lee and I have had a lovely conversation about this, because we're both passionate about the kiddos. Every day, Twitter delivers me another child who is struggling. I'm working specifically with anxiety and depression in children, specific to lots of conditions. I work with children, and I've just come up with a new phrase that it's called exceptionality. They're not exceptional, they're exceptionality, and my job is for you all and for us to embrace their differences. So that's me, and I'm done because my 10 minutes are up. So thank you.
Thank you.